30,000 feet above the ground, one mistake is all it takes. Speed is bleeding, angles are tightening, and the sky is running out of options. This isn't about who has the better jet, it's about who understands energy. One pilot is climbing on confidence, the other is waiting on physics. In the next few seconds, this dogfight stops being competitive and becomes inevitable. Hey friends, good evening. And then instantly, good kill. That tonal shift says it all. This isn't casual flying, this is a close-range dogfight. Today's matchup, F-16 Viper versus JAS-39 Gripen. On paper, it looks even. In the air, it's a lesson. At the merge, the F-16 goes aggressive. Split S, two-circle fight, classic Viper doctrine. Early on, it works. Position is gained, pressure builds. Then comes the mistake, closure mismanagement. A shot is taken, but the timing is off. The F-16 goes vertical, assuming the Gripen can't follow. That assumption is wrong. The Gripen climbs, stays in the fight, and the energy balance flips. This is not good. That single line explains the outcome. The F-16 doesn't lose because it's weaker, it loses because energy and timing were misjudged. The takeaway is simple and brutal. In a dogfight, confidence is useless without control. Physics doesn't care which jet you're flying. That's the fight. If you don't manage closure, this is what happens. And today, that lesson gets learned the hard way. The pilot admits it early. The Gripen was underestimated. That matters. In air combat, respect is part of survival. Still, the mindset resets. Adapt. Vary tactics. Don't repeat the split S. But one thing stays constant. Force the two-circle fight. That's pure F-16 doctrine. The jet goes vertical again, confident in speed and climb. A head-on opportunity appears, pipper steady, but discipline wins. No trigger pull. A clean kill matters more than a risky one. Speed becomes the real enemy now. 350 knots is the minimum. 300, 290, too slow. This is where temptation creeps in, a near one-circle trap. But altitude runs out. On the deck, the Gripen has no escape. He's forced into a two-circle fight with an F-16 at low altitude. That's the turning point. An F-16, fast, on the deck, in a two-circle fight, this is the worst possible place for the Gripen to be. And this time, physics is finally on the Viper side. It really doesn't get much worse than this. Low altitude, two-circle fight, an F-16 sitting comfortably in control. At this point, the geometry is merciless. The pilot pulls him in, lines it up, and the Gripen tries everything. Small jinx, last-second evasion, but there's nowhere left to go. The shot lands. Wing gone. Clean hit. That's it. The fight is over before the aircraft even realizes it's lost. Two-circle on the deck against an F-16 is almost a guaranteed kill, because there's no room left to trade energy or reset the fight. The math has already been done. Now it's time for the final round. Best 2 out of 3. The Gripen deserves respect here. It's not an easy opponent, especially in a Fox 2 high off-boresight fight, where instantaneous turns and nose authority matter more than sustained rate. In that kind of engagement, the Gripen would be far more dangerous, especially in one-circle geometry. But that's not the fight being offered. The F-16 keeps it horizontal. No repetition, no predictable patterns. The Gripen goes vertical, likely reacting to what worked before. But the pilot refuses to play along. You always want to keep your opponent guessing. Do what they don't expect. Never run the same setup every round. So the F-16 forces it back into the two-circle again. And this is the key lesson. A two-circle fight is nose chasing tail. It's a rate fight. Not who turns tighter, but who turns faster for longer. In that arena, the jet with the better sustained rate wins. And once the F-16 locks that geometry in, the outcome stops being a question of if and becomes a question of when.
A one-circle fight is nose-to-nose. It's a radius fight. The jet that can carve the tighter turn wins. There's no patience here, no waiting game. It's immediate, violent geometry. That's exactly why the F-16 avoids it unless the conditions are perfect. For the Viper, speed is survival, and 350 knots is the hard line. Above that speed, the aircraft is alive, responsive, flexible, dangerous. If an opponent tries to drag you into the HUD for a snapshot, you still have options. You can climb, unload, reposition, and reset the fight. Drop below 350 knots, and those options disappear fast. The jet becomes heavy, recovery takes longer, and now the opponent can do what he wants: slow you down, tighten the fight, and force you into a one-circle engagement where reaction time matters more than planning. Now look at the altitude advantage. That height isn't just space, it's stored energy. Every foot above the opponent is gravitational potential waiting to be converted. On the way down, altitude turns into speed. Speed becomes nose authority. Nose authority becomes angles when the pilot pulls T's. As the F-16 descends, the geometry starts to favor it. The nose swings faster. The lock comes easier. Once again, the opponent is forced onto the deck in a two-circle fight with an F-16, a sustained rate fight against a jet built for exactly this. The Gripen pulls tight, trying to steal a radius win, trying to tempt the F-16 into overcommitting. But the Viper has speed in reserve. It doesn't need to panic. It doesn't need to chase. Instead, the pilot makes the disciplined choice: go vertical again. This time, the climb is clean. This time, there's energy in the bank. Up, away, reset, and come back down when the math says it's time. This isn't flashy flying. This is energy management, patience, and physics quietly dismantling the fight.
This time, the calculation is precise. He won't be able to follow the climb, not without paying a heavy price. He still tries, and that decision seals his fate. As he pulls up, his speed collapses. The F-16 doesn't rush the kill. It does something more dangerous. It waits. The goal here isn't to win in the vertical. It's to bleed the opponent dry and drag him right back into the two-circle fight, where the Viper thrives. Look at the energy picture now. The Gripen is slow, uncomfortably slow. The F-16, meanwhile, is regaining speed, stabilizing the fight, resetting the geometry. This is patience, not aggression. The nose comes into the HUD. A few shots go out, just enough. He's hit. Not catastrophic, but meaningful. His options shrink even further. Back into the vertical again. The difference this time? The F-16 has the speed. He doesn't. And once a jet is this slow against an F-16, the fight stops being competitive. From here on, it's about pressure and inevitability. The Viper can climb, reset, come back down, and do it again. The Gripen can only react. Still, there's discipline. No arrogance, no rushing. The pilot stays cautious, because even a wounded opponent can be dangerous. For a moment, there's risk. The Gripen tries to climb through the HUD. Low altitude, tight space. A building flashes into view. One bad move here would end everything. But the nose lines up. This time, there's no escape. Clean alignment, controlled shot, done. The Gripen goes down. And it's worth saying this clearly. The Gripen wasn't weak. It was agile, slippery, and forced mistakes earlier. But in the end, this fight wasn't decided by raw performance. It was decided by energy management, patience, and discipline. The F-16 didn't win fast. It won correctly. That's how air combat really ends.